What is going on, guys? This is Taylor Stuber with Locks DFS, bringing you another quick video, bringing you my favorite running back plays in DFS this week. Last video was quarterback, so if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. Got some good feedback on it, so if you guys are wanting to more of these videos, it's easy for me to put out. I'm doing the research all day, all week anyways, so might as well put out some advice for you guys if you care to listen. But anyways, let's just get into it. On FanDuel, at least, my favorite running back play in a vacuum, actually both sites in a vacuum, is Alvin Kamara. A little expensive on DK at 9.5K, but only 8.7K on FanDuel. FanDuel's really soft with their pricing. Should definitely be a lot more than that, especially in this matchup against Atlanta, who's notorious for giving running backs a ton of catches, and that's where Kamara thrives the most. Just last week, Christian McCaffrey caught 14 of his 15 targets against the Falcons, especially now that they're without Keno Neal and Deion Jones. Deion Jones being the more notable player in this situation. They're both on IR, so Kamara, the game script sets up perfectly for him. Their team total has risen to 25.25 with the sharp money being on them, and the game total overall has risen to 53.5. And they are dogs, so that's really where you saw Kamara thrive week one against Tampa Bay when they were down big, and they just kept passing to him over and over and over again. And if this guy gets 10 to 12 targets, anywhere similar target numbers that McCaffrey did, he's a lot better in space, a lot better with the ball in his hands, and he could turn it into a big game just like week one. So, yeah, I really like him on FanDuel, where I think he's a must-play. On DK, probably – I want to say he's too expensive, but I think he's really going to perform really, really well. The thing that sucks is that all of the good – or not all of them, but like a lot of the good running back plays that I like are in the 6Ks, and then we'll get to a really cheap guy later on. So that's the only thing keeping me away from playing Kamara, even though I think he's an amazing play. It's just how roster construction works out this week. The next guy I wanted to talk about is Jordan Howard. In the price range where he is at 6.5K on DraftKings, everyone's going to be playing Kareem Hunt and Giovanni Bernard. While I think they're great plays, I think the floor of Jordan Howard is just way higher with Nagy running the offense. They were honest this offseason when they said that they're really going to get him involved in the passing game, and it's came into fruition so far. He's already got 8 catches in the first 2 weeks. He only had 23 catches all of last season. So, I mean, it's true, and it's in PPR site like DraftKings, I'm really going to want to fit him in because his floor is just so high. And they are 5.5-point favorites, big favorites against the Cardinals team that has given up 272 yards and 4 touchdowns to running backs already in just 2 weeks. I would imagine this is the kind of a game where Jordan Howard's almost a lock for 20-plus touches as a favorite. He's probably going to get 4 or 5 targets, 3 or 4 catches as a floor. And I do like it just so much more than Kareem Hunt, who's probably – I know that their team total is 10 points more than the Bears, but I think most of the work will be through the passing game, which – Kareem Hunt is pretty irrelevant there in that role right now. I just think he's too cheap for the role that he's in and the matchup that he's in. The last guy that I'm looking at is Clement, and he's super, super cheap on DraftKings. He's 4.3K on DraftKings, 5.8K on FanDuel, which it's still a good price for the role that he's about to get. Ajayi and Sproles, they're both looking doubtful at this moment. It's Thursday as I'm making this video, but I would be very surprised if either of them played. When Ajayi went out early last week, Clement had 9 of his 11 touches, and he rushed 6 for 30 yards and a touchdown and caught 5 of his 6 targets for 55 yards. So they're not afraid to use him in a workhorse or lead back role. The Eagles aren't. And as heavy favorites against the Colts, I think it's almost must play. They don't really trust Wendell Smallwood at all. They just activated somebody from the practice squad. So it seems like his job to lose this week, and I don't think there's any chance that he gives that up. That being said, I think there's a lot of positive things going for Corey Clement, and I think on DraftKings at least at 4.3K, I think you just eat the chalk. With that potential role, that potential game script, the team total is rising as of Thursday. I really don't know how you fade it in cash games. It's a little more iffy on FanDuel, but I think in DraftKings or in GPPs, I think he is fadeable just because there's so many good running backs in the mid-range. But he really is one of the only true values on the slate, so it's hard to get away from him. So that will sum up my 3 favorite running back plays in DFS this week. Follow us on Twitter at Locks DFS and follow me on Twitter at Taylor Stuber. The links will be in the description for all of us. So give us a follow on Twitter, subscribe, like, comment. We're always here to debate and discuss plays, trying to get better. So until tomorrow with my wide receiver / tight end rankings, I'm out. So peace.